first of all, initially we will be starting with an LWC, and also here we will be giving the idea of aura component. Means in current market, yes, there is a more boom for LWC, Lightning Web Component, but also why we came into picture LWC before no existence of an LWC. What is the component is there? Means a little bit of aura component existence, and what are the drawbacks of aura component, and where we are using this LWC component as compared with an aura, that we will be covering accordingly. And also how to install the VS Code, and how to create the components, and how to create the workspace. Okay, and what are the significance of each and every file that we are going to explain in detail. Okay, so that we will be discussing accordingly, and then we will show them how we are going to create LWC component. So suppose if I want to create any component, I want to show a simple message how we are going to deal, that we will be we are giving an understanding to the client, and also client or customer or resources. Okay. So, and next, in order to understand the controller part, the one who should know the JavaScript basics. Okay, so we will give a little bit of JavaScript basics, like what is a variable, and whenever we are working with a controller, so in that controller, how this JavaScript plays an important role. Suppose if we are trying to get some details through HTML, and how we are getting binded over there, so that art will be covered over here. And whenever we are creating a component, what are the files are generated, so how many files are generated, what is the significance of each and every file. Before that, in aura component, how many files are generated, what is the more beneficial of using this component, so that we will be using. And now once the component is created, now I want to pull into the arc, I want to show that component to the end user through the arc. So how we are deploying that component, and how many ways to deploy the component, so that we will be showing through VS Code. And through VS Code, how we are deploying that component, and how we are dragging into that arc, in how many ways I can drag that arc, in how many ways I can show. See, there are 3 ways, like we will be showing in app, we will be showing in record, and also we can show on the particular object also. So that is a different things we will be showing over here. And CSS also we will be showing. Suppose if I want to show some custom CSS, external CSS, how do we do it, and the JavaScript introduction, and how many decorators are there. Especially in LWC, we will be teaching @wire, @track, okay, and @API decorator. So we will give a significance of each and everything over here. And basically, what is the life cycle? Hooks means how this like what we can say, like how this LWC JS file will be executed automatically. So it will start from constructor, and then it will be executed with a callback functions, and then it will be executed with a like finish methods. Okay, so it has its own life cycle. So what all these life cycle hooks are there, that we will be explaining accordingly. Okay, and HTML template directives, what are the directives are there, and client side controllers. So suppose if I want to work with a Apex controller, how do I do it, how can I get that data, and how I can work with the server side controller. Okay, and suppose if I want to write any queries, suppose if I want to get the data from the Apex through Apex, how do I do it? So that, and suppose how I can see the variables execution in debug logs, that we will be seeing, and what is the use of the static resources, how we are using these images and all those things. Okay, and how we are creating a custom labels, and how we can show this, we can show through flows also. Suppose in flow, if I'm having a custom label, so instead of only the custom label, we can show some live demo on that custom label. So we are declaring one custom label through flow, how I can show it to the arg, that will be more realistic if we see. Okay, and then what are the Salesforce modules are there, and suppose if I having any what we can say, suppose if I'm having any error messages, suppose if I'm having any notices, notifications, so how do I show through the toast message, and how we can use the apex method. So anyhow, here whenever you are using SOQL, there itself we will be using of this use of apex method in LWC. And how we are debugging, suppose if we are having a from one component to the another component, and from one instruction to the another instructions, how we are debugging and how we are troubleshooting, that everything we can discuss over here. And yeah, here we have what are the models are there. Okay, and how we can show the data table. Suppose if I'm trying to get the data from apex, and how I can show into the data table. Okay, and then what are the use of the record edit form. We are also having the record edit form, and we have record edit form, and record forms. Okay, and record view form. So that what are the differences over there. Okay, so that will comes over here. If time permits, we can also go with the wire adapters. Okay, and page references types, actually it won't be exist in LWC, that you can we can say in the VF pages. Okay, and the testing in the LWC, that we can say show in the gist. Suppose if we are having a two-way data binding, how we can test the application by using the gist, so that I can show. And LWC open sources in the sense, what are the wire adapters. Okay, and what are the lightning UI record. And suppose if I want to work with a create, how what are the adapters we are using. And okay, so these all the things we can discuss accordingly. So these how I will be explaining. So this is the overall the syllabus, the customized syllabus what you people have sent. So we will discuss accordingly. Next, I'd like to give a little bit of introduction of the introduction part of LWC. So if I'm start over here. Okay, so this is a overall view and introduction of LWC component. The full form itself, it explains that it is a lightning web component, and in market it plays an important role, especially we will be using for UI part. Okay, so those who know in Salesforce configuration, customization, and then component, so they can survive as a full stack developer. So yeah, we can say that someone having a configuration, good configuration, and a customization knowledge, even though to survive in market in a very better position as a developer, they should must and know related to the LWC component. In short, it is a view part. Most probably we will be discussing a view, and then we are integrating with the controller. So now my agenda over here is, I would like to give a little bit of description of where this LWC component came into existence. So if you see this stack transformation, so here I would like to give you the differences between 2014 web stack as well as 2019 web stack. So here this is a year indicates. In this year, this is a web stack which was launched in Salesforce as Aura component. So in Aura component, which was launched in the year of 2014. So here we have these are the modules, we can say. These are the some extensions, or these are the features, or like concepts, we can say, in short. So these are the things which need to be handled by the framework. Means the web standard. So web standard in the sense we can say like web browser. By default, the web browser is supporting with JavaScript ECMAScript 5 version. So JavaScript ECMAScript 5 version in the sense it is following the older version or a component. So if we are writing a new version of JavaScript, no, Aura can't understand it. So again, that will be the one of the drawback when we need to move ahead with the LWC. So events, again, yes, good events will be handled by the web standard, and there are some standard events like standard elements. We are having some variable. Suppose if I want to use some details related to the elements, and then rendering, refreshing. So these are the modules which are to be handled by the web standard. But if you see these are the data services. Now I want to get the data from the Salesforce standard objects like accounts, like contacts. Okay, so that again as a framework, I need to write the code. Okay, so that we need to take as a part of the developer, and then UI components and component models. So we need to take care of the component models. Even we need to take care of the templates. Okay, creation of the templates. Module, we need to design the modules. Or no automatic module importing was not there in our component. And any language extensions. Okay, suppose if we want to use any integration, if I want to use any language extensions, so any optimization, that each and everything as a developer we need to take a part of it. I mean to say that much more overload is there for the Aura developer. So in order to create a development, so the through Aura we need to take many more things into consideration, so that it is considered time taking, not efficient, and huge code. Okay, and no reusability. So few things are the drawbacks are considered in 2014 web stack as a Aura component. And in the year after so many transformation, after so many R&D, the Salesforce department has started with the 2019 web stack with LWC component. There if you see this transformation, see this web component, again, no need to take care by the developer. So our web standard, our web browser will take care of it. Templates, just under like a tag template is provided directly, that we need to use over here. We are not responsible to create any templates. That web standard will be taking care of it. And suppose if I want to work with any custom elements, again the web standard will be taking care of it. Shadow DOM in the sense if we are having any parent child, so the rendering of the parent and child relationships, and controlling of parent and child relationship, so that everything will be taken care by the web standard. As a developer, I don't want to jump over there and don't want to write the code over there. It is not necessary actually. So modules, again, it will be taken care by the web standard, and it is following the ECMAScript 7 and above version. Means the JavaScript latest version of writing style is considered in this Lightning Web component. Okay, and events, whatever the events we have, so the system event and the browser events, everything will be taken care by the web standard elements, and rendering, refreshing, these all will be taken care by the web standard. As a developer, as a Lightning Web component developer, only the few things I need to take care of it. Like only I need to work with the securities, only I need to work with the data services, and I need to design with the base Lightning component. That's it. Everything will be taken care by the web standard. So as a Lightning Web component developer, in a very short time of period, I will be working with a project, and it is more efficient to create it. That's the reason LWC came up with a good positive responses, and there are many more features will be embedded in Lightning Web component as compared with the Aura component. So these are the features as a initial stages you should remember, and everything, each and every point will be discussed practically later on as the sessions goes on. Now, why LWC? See, why LWC in the sense here, the reason over here, if you see over here, one second. Okay. So these are again highlighted differences between LWC and Aura. So here we are, suppose if I want to create any component, here you should have to use this tag. Here in this LWC component, directly you will be using a template. Okay, suppose if I want to get anything from the LWC from the like Aura component, I need to use the expression like this. Here no need to use this expression, directly you can use with the slot names. Okay, and here we are using the camel case, here we are using the kebab case. Okay, and always you need to represent this, here no need of these. Okay, so these are all the differences. Iteration, we will be using Aura iteration. Here we will be using for each, which is very easy to understand also. It is time taking, so here Aura if is true, but here only just we are giving if true. So like this, many more differences are noticed whenever you are working with the Aura component to a LWC component. As a beginner, you should know a little bit of differences, why we need to go with an LWC, why not Aura. Okay. So again, coming to a point-to-point discussion of why LWC, yes, it is a new programming model for developing the Lightning components, and it uses 2019 latest web stack, we can say. Again, the advantages over here is like a lightweight framework. Yes, it has a lightweight because of here whenever we are creating a component, na, so only the 3 files will be generated. So as compared with an Aura, in Aura almost all 9 files are generated. So here only the 3 files, everything we will be using over here. That's the reason it is a lightweight, and everything whatever we need it, just we are importing. Okay, we are not loading, just we are importing. And obviously because of the lightweight feature, it has a better performance. And see, and suppose if I want to use this Lightning web component in Aura, obviously I can use it. Okay, so that flexibility, interoperability is also provided in LWC. And obviously we can use the better testing. Okay, so we are using the jest. So by using this jest, we can validate each and every function, each and every functionality. And obviously it is providing a better security. No need of worrying of any case sensitive websites also. It gives better security. No need of worry of any security perspective also. So these are all the great advantages which are provided by the LWC. Now when we go with a software to install and how to do it, because this plays an important role. So what you can do guys over here is, so here when you Google it, here we will be having some latest version of the, so in sessions we will be explaining each and every step in detail. Latest version of VS Code. So if you type like this, or else you can go with download or install. So there are many more options to install it. Okay, so if I'm using install latest version of VS Code, so here you can download the VS Code. Okay, so here generally I preferred this as a URL. So this you can go, this my operating system is Windows. So those who are having Ubuntu, those who are having different operating systems, according to the operating system you can deploy it, you can install it guys. So now here we are trying to install. Once you installed enough, so the look and feel of the VS Code will be like this. I will show you in my system. So here, see, will be there. So you need to, wherever you need it, and you can drag and drop and you go ahead. You can work accordingly. But few steps you need to follow again. So only VS Code installation is not enough. So again, you need to install with the JDK 1.8, the latest version. Okay, so that you need to install this JDK 1.8 version also. And some explicitly again sometimes you need to install with the CLIs also sometimes, or else sometimes here here you have the extension option. Once you downloaded, so here we have some extension CLI. If you type like complete name Salesforce CLI, Salesforce CLI. So here already I installed in machine. That's the reason it is giving a version. So or else you will be here, you will get like install. So once click on that install button, so that will be installed in your VS Code. So these are the required things what you need to do practically before going to create a component. First one is Visual Store VS Code, and second one is JDK 1.8 and above versions of JDK. And you should remember, note, below 1.8 it doesn't work out, guys. So make sure that you'd have to use 8.8 and above version of the JDK only. And then CLI installation, there are two ways. Either you can install from the over here extensions, or else sometimes you need to install external explicitly only. It takes times to install. You will get some more runtime issues, but within 1-2 days, couple of days, you will be resolved that. Okay. So this is the first step what you have to create it. So, and next what you have to do over here is Control Shift P. With this it will be asking that you need to create a project. So here we will be creating a project. Okay, so create a project with manifest. Once you use this, so it will be asking where you want to create that project. So the sample I have created over here. So this is a workspace. What this is my project. This is my project where I have created in my own workspace. Okay, so you can also be sure about your workspace and you can create accordingly. So once I have created my workspace, I will show you the demo practically also. So this is a folder. So if you see over here, if I'm expanded over, this is a folder what you will be, this is a project what you have, what you will be creating. So just expand it. So here force app main, just expand it. Here you will see some aura. If you see any aura component, you will be having these many files. Okay, these many files, guys. Okay, see, I can say you 8 files. Okay, now I'm interested to show you in LWC component. So this is a like folder. This is a component where I want to create the component. Okay, this is the app, we can say. Okay, so which is present in force app main LWC. Now I'm interested to create the component. So as a demo purpose, I will show you how to create a component, how I can show into the arc. Okay, so now here I'm right clicking and here I'm saying that create lightning web component. Okay, so lightning web component in the sense LWC component. Okay, so here if I say that lightning web component, it takes time. I need to authorize an arc. Authorize an arc, which is the step which is used to, authorize an arc. See, it takes time to authorize. Till that will cover few points over here. So this is the thing what we can do. Once we will create a component, we will be able to create a 3 files. One is a HTML file, one is a JS file. This is called also calling as a controller. This is also called as a view. And here we are writing the JavaScript. That's the reason those who are know the basics of the JavaScript, they can survive more in the Salesforce LWC component, because the syntax and understanding everything is same as the JavaScript only. And this is one of the important metadata file, which gives an idea to where this component to be displaying. So this is again important file. So we need to work on these 3 files, entire up to the parent and child relationships. Okay, and that data I need to show into the app. So here I would like to show you this. Now I need to, once I'm authorizing an arc, it takes a couple of minutes actually. Immediately it won't authorize, it takes time. So accordingly, once we are using this, okay, so then it takes time to authorize. Especially why I'm authorizing an arc, because this component whatever I'm creating that I want to show into the arc. So that is my own arc. So those who are already worked as an admin and a developer, they will have their own arc. Still they don't have that arc. What they need to do is they need to create a Salesforce arc. So this will directly navigate you to the arc. Okay, so here it is taking time to navigate. Okay, so here it is navigating to the login.salesforce.com. Here you need to give your um, Salesforce details. So I'm giving ramaafk@gmail.com. Okay. Okay, first time it gets like this, nothing to worry. Again, we'll try to authorize. Here it is giving the notification also. Now I'll go with this arc. So here it is navigating to your Salesforce developer arc where I can drag this component, whatever I will be creating. Here you are getting a message, authorize an org successfully ran. Okay, that's good. Then what we will do over here is just here before that we need to create one app. So here I have created one app that is for demo purpose. That is of ICICI Bank. Okay. So now in that app, suppose this is my app page or home page. Let us consider in home page. I would like to show you the component what I'm creating right now. So how I am able to create a component? Right click, create Lightning Web Component. So people how, so I'm giving the name of the company. So now once it is created, it is giving a notification that it was created. Now here this is a JS file. Here once you create with this file now, we will get one HTML, JS and XML, and one is a text file. Right now we are not interested in this. This is for the testing purpose. Now in HTML, this is the predefined templates what we are getting. Now I want to print one message. Welcome to my demo. So I want to message like this. Save, I saved it. And in JS file right now, I don't want to write anything, but here I want to write something. So here I want to expose it. So here, if it is of true, false now, you can't expose in the arg especially. So that I need to make it as a true. And where you want to make it, that you can use as a targets. In targets, where you want to use it, that you can give target. Where I want to use in home page, especially I want to show this message on home page. That's the reason just I have used this home page in target. This is a mandatory thing. If you make it as a false, yes, you won't able to see in the arc. Right now I want to show that message over here in home page. That's the reason I modified my XML file. So now I saved it, and it is important that you have to deploy this. Right click, deploy the source to arc. So once we are deploying this, everything will be deployed to the arc, whatever I have created over here. So again, each and every file, it need to be deployed, or else there is another option here also you can deploy it. Okay. Now once it is deployed, so I need to go over here. I need to edit this home page. I need to drag that Peoplewoo component. So I'm trying to edit this home page. So I'm customizing the app page, which is very important. As a developer, you need to work accordingly, this customization. So now I don't want this. Okay, so I want something which I have created. So what is that? I want to show over here. It is loading. What is the name of that component? Peoplewoo. Custom, it takes time to load. See, now simple, I need to drag and drop over here. Once it is drag and drop, activate. I think activation is already run. Just you have to save it. So now I save this, and I need to go back. So here, So if you see this home page, welcome to my demo. Whatever I have given over here, this message I deployed and I tried to show in the arc. So this how, according to the customer requirement, client requirement, we need to customize our component and we need to do it. Okay, so I hope enjoyed the session. So now I would like to end up with the session. Okay, so right now I would like to conclude with, I have given the introduction how we are going to deal with your customized syllabus. And second thing is introduction of LWC. And third thing is how we can go with the LWC component practically. So that's all from my side right now. We'll catch you in the next session. Thank you, guys.